Andrew Elliott's research into the psychology of color, particularly the color red, reveals a fascinating connection between red and sexual attraction. In a series of experimental psychology studies, Elliott demonstrated that red has a powerful impact on how we perceive others, particularly in terms of sexual desire and attraction. His work suggests that the color red enhances sexual appeal, influencing both conscious and subconscious perceptions of attraction. Elliott's studies found that when people are presented with images of individuals wearing red, they are more likely to rate those individuals as more attractive and desirable. This effect is not limited to clothing, but extends to red as a background color or accessory. This connection between red and sexual attraction is tied to deep biological and evolutionary factors. In nature, many animals, particularly those in the mammal and bird families, exhibit red or reddish hues during mating seasons to signal fertility and readiness for reproduction. These natural signals trigger attraction, and humans have likely evolved to respond to red in a similar way. The color red is also associated with heightened physical arousal. It has been shown to increase heart rate and stimulate areas of the brain related to desire and attraction. When individuals are exposed to red, their physiological responses suggest an increase in attention and interest, which can lead to a stronger perception of attraction. Elliott's research suggests that red acts as a subtle but powerful cue, often triggering attraction on an unconscious level, influencing our behavior without us fully realizing why. One interesting aspect of Elliott's findings is that the effect of red on attraction is not universal. It appears to be more pronounced in situations where romantic or sexual attraction is already part of the social context. For example, a person may feel more attracted to someone they are already interested in when that person is wearing red. This suggests that the color red enhances existing desires, making the person seem more alluring and captivating. However, when there is no underlying romantic or sexual context, the effect of red may not be as strong or noticeable. Andrew Elliott's research sheds light on the color red's strong connection to sexual attraction and desire. Its ability to evoke physical arousal, enhance perceptions of attractiveness, and tap into evolutionary cues demonstrates the profound psychological impact red has in romantic and sexual contexts. Whether in nature or in modern human culture, red continues to be a powerful tool for signaling attraction and desire. According to Mehrabian, the color red activates powerful emotional reactions, often linked to alerts, warnings, and danger. His research emphasizes how red, in various contexts, can trigger an intense sense of urgency or threat in people. This reaction is rooted in both evolutionary biology and social conditioning. In nature, red is commonly associated with danger and warning. For example, the color red often signifies poisonous or venomous creatures, such as certain insects or animals. This connection has been ingrained in human consciousness over millennia, making us instinctively more alert when encountering red. Mehrabian's findings support this notion, suggesting that red's association with threat is deeply wired into our survival instincts. It commands attention and creates a sense of immediate importance or danger, which is why it's commonly used in stop signs, traffic lights, and hazard warnings. Mehrabian's studies demonstrate that the color red plays a key role in signaling that something important or dangerous is happening, making it a crucial tool in nonverbal communication. In addition to its role in danger signals, red also enhances the sense of urgency in other contexts. It can prompt quicker decision-making and more immediate responses. This is why red is widely used in marketing and sales, where creating a sense of urgency is critical. Albert Mehrabian's research into the psychology of color highlights red's powerful role in communicating alertness and danger. Its ability to activate intense emotional responses, whether through fear, urgency, or excitement, demonstrates its significance as a nonverbal tool for communication. Whether in nature or human-made signals, red consistently serves as a color that demands attention and action. Adam Alter's exploration of color psychology and marketing, particularly in his book Irresistible, delves into how colors influence consumer behavior, with red standing out as one of the most strategically used colors in advertising. Alter explains that red's impact on our decision-making processes is profound, making it a key tool for marketers who aim to trigger immediate action. Red, as a color of urgency, creates a sense of excitement and importance that pushes consumers toward quicker decisions, particularly in the context of limited-time offers or flash sales. Red's effectiveness in marketing comes from its ability to draw attention and increase arousal. When people are exposed to red, they experience heightened levels of alertness and focus. This physiological reaction makes them more likely to respond to calls to action, such as, "buy now," or "limited time only." Marketers understand that the color red grabs attention faster than more neutral or cool colors, which is why it is frequently used in advertising banners, sales signs, and clearance tags. Whether it's a red clearance sticker on a product or the "buy now" button on an e-commerce website, red triggers an urgent response in consumers, compelling them to act quickly before they miss out on an opportunity. Red's psychological impact extends beyond its ability to grab attention. It also activates a sense of urgency, which is a powerful tool in sales and marketing. The urgency created by red taps into our fear of missing out, FOMO, a concept that Alter highlights as being a driving force behind many consumer decisions. When we see red associated with a limited offer, we are more likely to make an impulse purchase, driven by the anxiety that we might regret not acting fast enough. This is why red is often used in countdown timers, limited edition product launches, or special promotions that promise to disappear soon. Furthermore, red is associated with heightened emotions such as excitement, passion, and even danger. These intense feelings can influence consumer behavior, making red an ideal choice when marketers want to evoke strong emotional reactions. For instance, when used in the context of high-energy products or events, like sports, entertainment, or tech gadgets, red amplifies the emotional intensity surrounding the product, making it seem more exciting and desirable. In this way, red serves to enhance the perceived value of an item, giving it a sense of exclusivity or significance. Robert Cialdini, a renowned psychologist and expert in the study of persuasion, has delved into the intricate role color plays in shaping how we perceive authority and influence. His research reveals that the color red is deeply associated with power, control, and leadership, making it a tool for establishing dominance and commanding respect. According to Cialdini, red signals strength and assertiveness, making it a highly persuasive color in situations that require a display of leadership or authority. The connection between red and power is rooted in both psychological and evolutionary factors. In nature, red is often associated with dominance, aggression, and territorial behavior, particularly among animals. This biological instinct is transferred to human perceptions, where red becomes a color that connotes strength and control. When people see red, they unconsciously associate it with these dominant traits, which is why it has become a favorite color for leaders and influential figures. Whether it's in political figures, corporate executives, or athletes, the presence of red in their attire or surroundings enhances their perceived power. Cialdini's studies show that individuals who wear red are often perceived as more confident, assertive, and in control. This is particularly true in situations that require leadership, such as negotiations, speeches, or competitive environments. The color red does not just communicate authority, it also signals that the wearer is confident enough to take charge. In competitive settings, such as sports, athletes who wear red are often perceived as more dominant, even if they are not necessarily superior to their opponents. The mere presence of red can make others see them as more formidable, influencing the way they are treated and perceived. In a social context, the color red is often used to assert dominance or authority in subtle ways. In groups, individuals who wear red can stand out, commanding attention and respect. This effect is not limited to clothing. The strategic use of red in interior design, branding, and leadership environments can further amplify the perception of power. Red walls in boardrooms or red logos in high-end brands are designed to elicit feelings of strength and control, creating an atmosphere that supports authoritative behavior. Moreover, Cialdini emphasizes the role of red in influencing others' behavior. When we see someone in red, we tend to approach them with a different mindset, more cautiously or with greater respect. This influence extends to how we interpret the actions of those around us. Leaders dressed in red are more likely to be followed and obeyed, as the color subconsciously triggers a respect for their authority. In a similar vein, when someone in a position of power is seen in red, their decisions may be viewed with greater weight, as if they are more likely to be right or more deserving of trust. By wearing or surrounding themselves with red, leaders can enhance their image and inspire respect, further cementing their authority in the eyes of others. Charles Spence, a prominent figure in the field of the psychology of food, has explored how color affects our perception of taste and appetite, with red playing a significant role in stimulating our desire to eat. Spence's research reveals that the color red can enhance the appeal of food, making it seem more appetizing, flavorful, and even nutritious. This phenomenon is tied to both psychological and evolutionary factors, influencing how we approach food in subtle yet powerful ways. Red is a color that evokes strong emotional responses, and its presence in food can trigger a positive, even instinctual, attraction. From an evolutionary standpoint, the color red is often associated with ripe, fresh, and healthy fruits, such as strawberries, cherries, and tomatoes. Our ancestors learned to associate red with nourishment and vitality, which led to an unconscious preference for foods with this color. This ingrained bias helps explain why we are more drawn to red foods today, whether it's a bright red apple or a juicy steak. In fact, the mere sight of red in food can enhance our expectations of its taste, leading to the perception that it will be sweeter or more flavorful. Spence's studies also highlight how red affects our appetite. The color is known to stimulate arousal and increase the rate at which we feel hungry. In controlled experiments, participants who were exposed to red in a food context often experienced heightened feelings of hunger and a greater desire to eat. This is because red activates certain areas of the brain associated with reward and motivation, triggering a craving for food. Marketers and food producers have long understood this effect, often using red in packaging and restaurant decor to encourage customers to eat more or make impulsive food choices. Red's impact on taste perception is not limited to the visual appeal of food, it can also influence how we experience the flavor. Spence has found that when food is served in red containers or with red garnishes, it can enhance the perception of sweetness and intensity. This color has the power to elevate the sensory experience of eating, making it feel more indulgent or satisfying. For example, red-colored sauces or toppings can make a dish feel more flavorful, even if the actual ingredients remain the same. In essence, red not only makes food look more appetizing but also enhances how it tastes in our minds.